Hey guys, welcome back to the candle channel. So today I'm doing an updated top 10 strongest candles from Bath & Body Works videos. I'm basically doing a ranking of the top 10 strongest candles from Bath & Body Works. Yeah, obviously the room and environment can affect how a candle throws, if there's draft or how big the room is. So of course, all of that. Of course, when you burn a candle for, a really long time, you can often go nose blind to it. So keep that in mind as well. But I did compile the top 10 fragrances that are mostly available all year around. I tried to pick ones that are readily available and that covers kind of all the seasons throughout the year. So this isn't a specific one to spring, summer, fall, or winter, but just a general top 10 strong fragrances from Bath & Body Works. And most of them are available year-round to pretty much guaranteed to come out in their respective seasons. So if you are interested in any of that, then stay tuned and we'll get right into it. So the first candle we have is actually not readily available, only came out once, but I feel like in my 10 years of reviewing and collecting Bath & Body Works candles and having owned over 1,000 Bath & Body Works candles, that I would be remiss if I did not put this in a list of top 10 strongest, because I think it is one of the strongest candles I've ever encountered from Bath & Body Works. It's just so strong. It gets in your hair, it's stuck in your nostrils, it was stuck in my bag that I had in my house, and then when I went to work, my bag smelled like it, your clothes will smell like it. It was just so immensely strong that I was like, you know what, I have to put this in the list, even if it is the last one, even though it is one of the very strongest. And that is Pumpkin French Toast right there, and that's what that looked like, and it had that lid on it. This came out in the fall of 2016, and it had notes of warm maple syrup, pumpkin spice, and caramelized brown sugar. Oh my god, I would burn this for an hour and it'd be so strong. Sometimes you have to blow it out. Once again, gets stuck everywhere. Your nose will be stuck with this fragrance if you burn it. It was amazing. Smells like a, warm maple syrup and caramel French toast fragrance. There's a slightly burnt toast component to it that did evoke French toast, but I didn't mind that because I made it a little bit more realistic and authentic, and the maple syrup was just so strong and powerhouse that I loved every minute of it. It's just a massive iconic BBW bakery fragrance, and I loved it to pieces, and it was just so immensely strong, but it only came out 1 year, so that's why it is number 10 on our list, just because you really can't get it readily available. If you are looking for a similar type of fragrance though, I would say if you can get your hands on butterscotch toffee, has a similar kind of caramely, burnt sugar type of fragrance to it. Butterscotch toffee is a good alternative, or salted butterscotch that is out now for fall 2021 is kind of in the similar route and also has not as strong but a similar strength and throw. So that is Pumpkin French Toast right there. Number 9 on our list is readily available, but I have it in the 2012 packaging, and that is the Bath & Body Works Aromatherapy Stress Relief Eucalyptus Spearmint candle right there. This one is Eucalyptus Essential Oil and Spearmint Essential Oil. This one has been around forever. It is quite strong if you want a more of a slightly manly, masculine, but still refreshing and clean aromatherapy blend. Definitely check this one out. There's a slight herbal twist from the eucalyptus in there, but then the spearmint is quite strong in there and it has sort of a sinus clearing effect to it. So if you have a headache, maybe this will be kind of relieving for that. But honestly, sometimes this can be so strong that it actually gives me a headache in turn when I don't have a headache. But this one is another strong one. And if you want aromatherapy, sort of masculine type of a neutral fragrance, I think you might enjoy Eucalyptus Spearmint, and that is that one right there. Number 8 on our list is good if you like florals. This one has been out for many, many, many years. It was originally out as a Rainforest Gardenia, Seaside Gardenia, and now it's available readily as a White Gardenia fragrance in the White Barn Core collection, and you will see it pretty much all year round because it is very popular for them, and that is indeed the Rainforest Gardenia fragrance that we have here. This one I had in a specific ombre jar version from 2015, and that's what that looked like right on the bottom there. And this one has notes of White Gardenia, fresh green bamboo, and sweet apple water. This is intoxicating. If you want a great tropical white, beautiful floral, there's a little bit of perfuminess to it, but there is a crisp cleanness that you get from the supposed green bamboo. There's a green note to it that kind of smells grassy, and then it has a natural sweetness in the white powdery floral of the Gardenia fragrance. You definitely have to enjoy Gardenia fragrances to like this candle, so if you do like Gardenia, this one's great. It's always super strong. It just has that very tropical, sort of take me to paradise feel that I really enjoy. So Rainforest Gardenia or White Gardenia is definitely a favorite for me, and it's always very strong. It's just great in the spring and the summertime, and then maybe even in the early winter months if you want a tropical escape during the very cold months of winter. Then check this one out. It has always been strong for me. So that was Rainforest Gardenia / White Gardenia right there. Number 7 on our list continues our floral train, and that is Fresh Cut Lilacs. I believe this was actually stated on Bath & Body Works website to be their #1 top-selling floral fragrance, so it must be very popular. It has been coming out for many years. We have it in this year's, I believe it was the spring version, and this one has notes of lilac bouquets, dewy greens, and soft spring air. This one's always strong for me too. Whoa, you definitely have to like lilacs. It's definitely a very strong lilac fragrance. It's a very like powdery, floral lilac fragrance mixed with a similar kind of green note that you get from the Rainforest Gardenia. They like to mix a green note to make it a little bit more fresh and clean and not so overly floral, but this is still very, very floral in my opinion. And there is a nice slightly, it says like the soft spring air in it. There's a slight kind of like ozone-y type of clean air fragrance in there, slightly cottony, that gives it a little bit more of a spring vibe to it that I really enjoy, and it just gives the sort of lilac fragrance like just a very well-rounded robustness, and it's really strong and I really enjoy it. If you want a version that's a little bit more mild and a little bit more like I guess less floral, definitely check out Pink Lilac and Vanilla, which is like a sister fragrance to this, which it has a vanilla blossom fragrance that makes it a little bit more creamy and a little bit more sweeter than the straight up harsh Fresh Cut Lilacs that is in this version. But this one's always strong for me and a great performer, so check that out if you like strong floral fragrances. Number 6 on our list is another longtime favorite from Bath & Body Works, and it is indeed Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, which is perfect for the fall season that we are approaching into. And that is what that looks like. This is the original 2013 version, and this one has Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, pure maple syrup, and a touch of brown sugar. Oh my gosh, so delicious. This is amazing. It kind of smells like cereal or like Captain Crunch, but I don't mind that. You get like a golden brown waffle batter note that's like sort of like has like a vanilla batter feel to it. And like you're putting it on the waffle machine, it's starting to like golden and crisp and brown, and it just smells so delicious and ooey gooey and warm and sweet. You get that in there mixed with a very like nutty pecan fragrance that's laced with a little bit of brown sugar in there, so it has those baking spices for the fall time. And then it has a little bit like a pinch of like a pumpkin spice feel to it, but it's not overly pumpkiny or overly cinnamony, but it has just a very cozy, warm, like perfect like Sunday morning breakfast type of feel to it. And they also do have body care this year that is matching to the Pumpkin Pecan Waffles fragrance. It's a little bit more maple syrup heavy than the home fragrance is, so check that out if you want to accompany body care with it. But this one's always super strong. The little issue or caveat with this one is it does tend to get sort of like burnt and grody if you burn it for too long. These candles, I believe, you're not supposed to burn them for more than 3 to 4 hours at a time, and that is so true for Pumpkin Pecan Waffles specifically. Don't burn it for more than 3 hours because it will start getting like black and brown and like sort of like scorched looking, and it will also affect the fragrance where it starts smelling oily and scorched and burnt and gross, and it kind of ruins the candle. So you definitely want to keep this one to like a 3-hour max, and then it's usually a lot better with Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, so just keep that in mind, especially with this one. But for most candles, you should not be burning them, especially the 3-wick ones, for more than 3 to 4 hours. So that is Pumpkin Pecan Waffles there, a personal favorite. Friggin' love this one. It comes back all the time, and it is popular for a very good reason, and it's super strong, and I love it. Number 5 on our list continues the iconic BBW Bakery fragrance category, and it is indeed the legendary and iconic Summer Boardwalk, originally from 2012. This version is a version that I bought from 2015, and this one has caramel glazed popcorn, warm taffy apples, and salted sweet cream. If you enjoy Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, I think you'll really enjoy this one. It has a sort of Cracker Jack salted caramel popcorn fragrance. There's a crunchiness to it, to the popcorn, and also has a sort of crunchiness from like a hard salted caramel outer like shell of that popcorn. Is what you really get in this. There is like a sweet cream in there. It's actually quite heavy and ooey gooey and sweet, but I love that because it just makes it even more, you know, intense and strong. And then it's mixed with a touch of apple in there that gives it that sort of carnival, you know, boardwalk fair type of feel that I really enjoy. It is so heavily bakery and gourmand that it's great to burn from summer into fall as a transitional fragrance. And most versions are usually very, very, very strong and linger for hours. I do have to say the very original first few versions were stronger than some of the later counterparts, but I do hear the most latest version is quite strong as well. So maybe they kind of went back to form on that one. There were some variations like down the middle that weren't as strong as the original, but still a very strong fragrance and good performer. So definitely had to be in this list, and that is Summer Boardwalk right there. I love this one too. Oh my gosh. Number 4 on our list is a classic Christmas favorite. This is what Bath & Body Works says Christmas smells like, and it is indeed Fresh Balsam, which is another, tried and true classic all the way from the Slacken & Co. days many years back. This is like your quintessential Christmas tree fragrance. It's so refreshing and crisp, but there's a sweet juiciness from like the pine sap. It's amazing. It's woodland balsam, crisp eucalyptus, fir branches, and cedar wood. I love this. This will really transport you to Christmas. It comes out every year. They even used to bring it out. They even sort of trickle it all the way back to summer and fall. They kind of dial that back, and it's pretty much just a winter Christmas fragrance, but it's always readily available. Like for Candle Day, you can always find it because they make tons of it. It smells like the most beautiful, perfect Christmas tree fragrance. There's a woodsiness to it. There's a crispness to it. There's that pine sap needle type of feel that has that sweetness to it, that it's not overly cologne-y by any means. There's a natural sweetness to it that I really enjoy. It's just your quintessential balsam Christmas tree type of fragrance. And it really smells like a Christmas wonderland in here when you are burning it. It's great if you have an artificial Christmas tree, because then you can still get that sort of Christmas tree vibe to it. It's just a favorite, and I love it. It's kind of comes back all the year, and it's kind of basic at this point, but it's such a great fragrance that I do pick it up every year because I do enjoy burning it during the winter season. So that was Fresh Balsam right there. Number 3 on our list is a newer fragrance, but it is also strong, and it is Laundry Day. Whoa, this is very strong. Oh my gosh, so that's what that looks like, and I have burned it a few times. This one reads Fresh Air, Crispy Eucalyptus, Soft Lavender, and this one, oh my god, it is very strong. I think I had this burning for 1 hour and I had to blow it out because it was so strong. It actually gave me a headache, which most of the times I don't mind if the candles are super strong, but when it gives you a headache, it can become a little bit too intense, especially if you put in a bedroom. So it's probably better for an open concept area, but if you really want this to, if you really want your home to smell like a laundry day, this really smells just like laundry detergent. It might be Tide or something, but it really smells just like laundry detergent. Like you took it out of the wash, you put it in the dryer, you pulled it out, and you get that beautiful, sort of herbal, lavender, clean, crisp, cottony feel to it. That is what you get in Laundry Day. It really smells just like you've done laundry. There's a very soapy quality to it. Even kind of smells watery at the same time, just because of that whole Laundry Day experience. Definitely check this out if you just want a full-blown laundry detergent washing laundry experience. So strong. I literally have to blow it out after an hour because it becomes too much, and that is what Laundry Day is. If you want a similar fragrance when Laundry Day is not available for whatever reason, then Sun-Drenched Linen is also a good alternative to that fragrance as well. Number 2, no top 10 strongest list would ever be complete without a mention of Mahogany Teakwood, which we have from a 2015 version, but this one comes out all the time. It's always in the White Barn 4 collection, and if you actually want one that is even stronger than this version, then check out the Mahogany Teakwood High Intensity, which is a higher intensity version of Mahogany Teakwood. This one reads Mahogany, Cedarwood, and Oak with Lavender and Geranium. This one's very polarizing. I think a lot of people in the candle community don't love it because it's just very strong and very intense and very quintessentially cologne. But I have gone into the store so many times where just a civilian, so to speak, will just walk into the store and be like, just give me Mahogany Teakwood, that's all I want. And they load up on it during every candle sale. They walk out and they're happy as they can be. So no judgment there, but Mahogany Teakwood is definitely a popular one. It comes back all the time. So yes, it is so immensely popular, and it's probably popular because it is indeed so strong and fills an entire space. This one smells just like the A&F Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce Cologne. I believe it's just an exact dupe of that made into candle form. It is quite strong and intense. This one also gives me a headache. I don't really love smelling the Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce fragrance in my house, so I think this is one of the only times I bought it was back in 2015, and I haven't bought it since, and it's 2021 right now. So that tells you something, but there are people who do enjoy it. If you want a quintessentially masculine fragrance that smells just like that cologne, then definitely check out Mahogany Teakwood, and that is that right there. Alternate variations on this. If you enjoy Mahogany Teakwood, there are a whole world of mahogany variations and spin-offs that you can enjoy as well. And that includes Mahogany Apple, which comes out in the fall time, which is a crisp green apple mixed with their Mahogany Teakwood fragrance. I actually kind of enjoy this variety because it gives a fruity twist to it that makes it a little bit less intense and harsh, but still very strong. I believe this is going to be like the Draco Malfoy candle, or what he smells like from Harry Potter. So this one's very popular ever since that kind of like became associated with this fragrance. We also have Mahogany Balsam, which is the like winter Christmas spin-off, which combines the fresh balsam that I just talked about previously, mixed with Mahogany Teakwood. So it gives it even more of like a Christmas tree woodsy vibe to that cologne fragrance. This one's also equally strong. Usually have to burn it out after an hour because it is just way too strong for me. But kind of can't complain about that because I'd rather have a strong candle than a weak one. So Mahogany Balsam does exist if you want a Christmas alternative to it. And then last but not least, but this one has only come out once, so you can't really get it anymore. But I just wanted to mention it in here, and that is indeed Mahogany Peach, which is another spin-off of it. This one must not have been as popular as all the other ones, and for good reason. This one is the Market Peach, Georgia Peach fragrance from Bath & Body Works mixed with Mahogany Teakwood, and it just gives it like a rotten trash bag peaches vibe to it that's kind of weird, so it's probably why it didn't come back again, but also equally strong, and I just enjoy it for how weird it is. So Mahogany Peach is also another spin-off if you can ever find that one. So that was a very comprehensive rundown of Mahogany Teakwood. And last but not least, oh my gosh, this one, unless they come out with something that's like even stronger than this is always number one on the list. It is the strongest candle you can get at Bath & Body Works. I don't even know if it's available right now currently, even though it's available all the time, every other time, so I'm not really sure what's going on, but friggin' Paris Cafe is number one. This is so strong. Oh my gosh, so immensely strong. This version just burns flawlessly. It's so strong and wicked, and it just like has no issues pulling out. This one is rich roasted coffee, sugar brioche vanilla creme, and this one literally smells like a coffee house. There is like a creamy, like, what did it say, vanilla creme? There is like a vanilla creamer component in there, and there's a very roasty, bold, just like a harsh, bold, roasty espresso bean type of note in there. It really smells like you're brewing coffee actively, like if you walk into a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks. It has that type of roasted coffee beans feel to it. It literally smells like a coffee house, and it's just so strong and so intense. This is another one that I can just like burn for maybe an hour, and then I have to blow it out because it's so strong and it lingers forever. If you want a bold, roasty coffee fragrance, then definitely check out Paris Cafe, and it is the strongest one in this lineup that definitely has its spot as the number one of the top 10 strongest candles at Bath & Body Works. So definitely check that out if you want a strong coffee fragrance, and that's Paris Cafe right there. This also comes out as campsite coffee occasionally, as well as intense coffee as well. But it is not to be confused with white caramel cold brew / whip coffee, which is not as strongly coffee like oriented as Paris Cafe is. The whipped coffee and white caramel cold brew has a very stronger, like milky caramel backing to it. It's like a caramel fragrance first with a little bit of coffee. And then it's also not to be confused with pumpkin spice latte, which is also nowhere near as strong as on the coffee as it is in Paris Cafe. So just keep that in mind. There are other coffee alternatives, but the most authentic, realistic, strongest, and boldest actual coffee brewing fragrance belongs to the Paris Cafe candle right here. And that is pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this rundown. Let me know what your favorite strongest Bath & Body Works candles are. If I missed any of the strongest ones, definitely let me know down in the comments down below, and we'll go from there. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.